Orailith, thanks so much for the host.
Oh!
I'm so mad I went too long.
It's great.
Let me just.
You're right. That's a far cry from "Hey everybody, welcome to the stream." Ah!
Hey, everybody.
Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to the stream. How's it going today? What's going on, dudes?
There we go.
Hope all is going well. Today,
Yo.
we are here with many people. Actually, I feel so short, like hiding behind. Hey everyone. Today we are here with
Midget in the middle.
the OG original MattyC, SchNiVas, of course, and the boy, the special guest of this podcast. If you guys saw it from last week, Orailith.
Hey.
Was it last week or a week before?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. So I remember you couldn't last week.
Yeah, it was kind of last minute.
It's all good. It happens.
I watched it, though. It was a fun stream.
Courtney, thank you so much for the host. We love you, girly. I got to put the heart under the icon. But yeah. We also have some more people in the room than we normally do. Today they're here to watch the podcast. You might know them. You might not know them. We have Anna, which is sitting right over there. If she pops her head in, you might be able to see her. There's her hand. We also have Turkey. You might be able to see his hand. Oh, yeah, there's
camera.
his hand. And then we have Fish. Fish is over here. There we go. We go to camera 2. He should pop his head in. Oh no, just doing hands. Oh, there you go. There's Fish. Welcome, Fish. All you wonderful dudes and dudettes.
It looked like a fish in that, too.
Wow. So
Stones.
right. So can we officially say we have a live studio audience today?
I think so.
Yeah,
think
pretty much, yeah.
I think we can officially say we have a live studio audience. They're captive. They don't have a choice, but
Applaud!
he said once we went live, they're stuck on that side of the camera. It's like, you can't pass the camera. I guess you're stuck here. You can't leave. Sucks to be you. Grab the mic, Turkey. Let us know what chat says, so because we can't tell what it says. Yeah. Try that again. I think you. What did you do?
You turn it off.
How did you do this?
There.
Just tap it once.
Oh,
there you
it's
go.
on.
There you go.
It's
there you
on.
go.
Courtney says, "Ooh, the transition. I'm liking the new transition for the camera changes."
I am liking that. That's cool. I like it.
That took a long time to do.
I'll bet that took some work. Looks
The
cool.
the logo we've had before for other videos.
Okay.
It's making it so it's transparent.
Okay.
That was frame by frame nonsense. Anyways, no one cares about the nerdy stuff, Jeff. So anyways, what's the other one? Oh, never mind. Today is a little bit more impromptu than we normally do. We have topics. He has topics. We're here to look pretty. Pretty white.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
There you go. There you go. That related to the white thing without getting racist. Yeah. Courtney, I have not put the drawing on the shirt yet, as much as I absolutely would want to. I am not to that point yet, but it'll happen. I'll get it for you, and you can you'll have to buy it off of Teespring. But I'll make it just for you, Courtney, because you're the bomb, and you're a mod now. Actually, we probably should make you No, you're a mod. You don't need to be VIP.
Yeah.
Forgot.
I was made VIP and Devolves.
You did, really? So you're not cool enough for mod?
Apparently not. He tried to do it so I could post links in his channel. Unfortunately, because his link rule is through a second-party bot, it doesn't work.
So that's not very helpful, is it?
No.
But that's it. That's something new in Twitch I think is really interesting. Have you heard about that?
No.
They introduced a new system. Hold on.
Silence your phones, everybody.
Hold on. I think I know who this is. It is. Eric, you're live on 4THECHIVO. How's it going, my dude? What the heck? Eric, you're live on 4THECHIVO. How's it going, my dude?
I want to talk to you, just you.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah,
But
it's important.
it's important. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, give me 2 seconds. We're in the middle of a podcast, all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. 1 second. Oh, I don't know if I hung up on
I
him.
think you hung up
Uh-oh.
on him.
I don't know if I did or not. MattyC, can you go ahead and give him an overview of the topics that you plan
Yeah.
on going over, and give him a quick synopsis while I take this apparent emergency call?
Sure. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. I was hoping Eric would chime in for a second, but so I hope everything's cool. I hope everything is okay. Anyway, so a few of the things I wanted to talk about. Did anybody else here play Spider-Man? PS4? Spider-Man?
I watched you play it.
You watched me play it?
have.
Okay. You did? It was fantastic, and I need to talk about it. I really want to talk about Spider-Man. Also, I think we can all agree that we need to pay tribute to Stan the Man Lee. What a great man. I mean, honestly, Stan Lee was one of the most influential people I've ever seen. I did get the pleasure of not meeting him, but seeing him on stage at Wizard World, the convention Wizard World in Columbus a couple years ago. He was actually there. That was awesome. I didn't get to meet him because the line to meet him was like 4 hours long. So
Surprised it wasn't longer.
I know. I'm surprised it wasn't like wrapped around 20 buildings or something. But yeah, I didn't get to meet him. But I mean, that was amazing seeing him. But I mean, just think like this guy left behind the Marvel universe, like something people are going to be talking about for the next gajillion years. I mean, it's insane the universe that he built. Video games, movies, TV shows, comic books. I mean, this guy was the Steve Jobs of entertainment. Actually, I don't want to compare him to Steve Jobs. Never mind. Forget I said that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's insane. How old was he? He was
95.
95. What did he die of? Just old age?
I think it was several things. They had apparently, for the last while, they actually had an article where he had come down with pneumonia not too long before that, and a couple other issues where he'd been in the hospital.
Okay.
It sounds like they actually knew it was coming because the cameos that they have for the Marvel movies, they actually have several already pre-recorded for the next several movies.
Yeah, I heard that. Like, he did his cameo in the next Avengers already.
And I think for
And-
Spider-Man too.
And Spider-Man 2, yeah, he already did his cameos for those movies. So I think they're even done filming those movies too.
I think Captain Marvel, they also have that one.
Captain Marvel, yep, okay, that one too. So yeah, it was insane. Like, I hate to say it was only a matter of time, but I thought the guy would just live forever. Him and Betty White, like, up at the top, like, they're the ones, they're immortal.
He's
So-
going to be like Walt Disney, where he's frozen underneath the
He's
studio.
frozen, right? They're just waiting for the perfect time to unfreeze Walt Disney. So yeah, I'm still seeing daily posts about Stan Lee, probably for the next month. But that segues perfectly into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is Spider-Man on the PS4. Such a great game. Not often does it happen where a game will be shown off at E3 or wherever. They'll reveal a game. There's so much hype around it, and the game looked amazing. Everybody's been wanting a new Spider-Man game that was closely related to Spider-Man 2 from like the PS2 and GameCube and Xbox. The Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock, the second movie. That was like the best game. That was like the best Spider-Man game. That game had like the best mechanics, the best swing mechanics. And
I don't think I've really looked at that one very much.
it was great. It was the last really good one. There were some other really good ones, like Web of Shadows was really good. That was a really fun game, and like Ultimate Spider-Man, but they just weren't.
Not
they
the
weren't,
same.
They weren't the same. It wasn't as good. And then I read an article where I actually found out that the guy who created the swinging mechanic in Spider-Man 2 worked on this game. He worked on the new one. He did the swinging for this game. So I'm like, that makes sense because it's just as good. But I mean, everything from like they kind of went with like an Arkham style combat system with this game, but much more fast paced, much more fast paced than the Arkham games. But it's still got that same mechanic where it's like he'll have his spider sense and you dodge roll, and you can like time moves perfectly.
And it looks like there's upgrades and stuff you can do
there's
too.
Tons of upgrades. First of all, New York is huge in this game. There's a huge city to explore. I think it's got to be like 4 times the size of the one from Spider-Man 2 or any other game. Obviously, they've got a lot more to work with on the PS4 and Xbox One. Oh, wait, that's right. It's PS4 exclusive. I'm so used to saying both consoles. But it's funny that it's PS4 exclusive. They had a reasoning behind it, but I don't remember what it was. But, I mean, it was an Insomniac game, and it's funny because their last game was Xbox exclusive with Sunset Overdrive, which that was a really fun game, too.
I don't actually know that one, so...
Oh, you've never played Sunset Overdrive?
No.
That was a really fun game. I never finished it, but it was a really fun game. Did you ever play the Jet Set games, like Jet Set Radio, like where you grind rails and you've got your rollerblades and
I don't
spray
think
paint?
so. I don't usually play those types of games.
Okay.
I'm more for the stuff like the new Spider-Man game, which I have looked at.
Okay.
The only thing I've heard about the new Spider-Man one is somebody else I know who plays it says there were several glitches that bugged him.
There was some weird stuff, but I didn't run into too many things. There were a couple occasions where sometimes you'll be like because like you can do this thing where you basically use your spider sense or whatever, or no, it's not your spider sense. You use like police towers that you hook up to, kind of like in Assassin's Creed, where you get to the top of a vantage point, and you can like scan this much of the city. It reveals this much of the map. That's how it was in Spider-Man. And you basically use those towers to scan the city to find active crimes that you can do. And I was like going to a crime, and I was just running to it. I was on the ground, and they were like kind of in a building off the street, and I got like trapped in the building. But there were
that's
no
one of the
walls.
ones that he pointed. Yeah,
there were no. I just got like invisible walls. Like
the enemies come out of a door, and you ended up going into that door, and it's just a black like. It's just nothing.
It was just nothing, and there were just invisible walls, and I got trapped in a box, and I had to like reload the checkpoint. But the story is insanely good. A lot of people have described it, which I agree with a lot of these opinions. This is kind of like the Spider-Man movie we've always wanted in this story. The story was really good. I'm not going to like spoil anything. But there's so much going on, like, not just with Spider-Man, but, like, Peter Parker as well. And they dive into kind of, like, his life, where, like, Aunt May is kind of helping run a homeless shelter, and he helps out a lot with that. And one of the guys that works, the guy that actually owns the place, Martin Lee, is essentially, like, Mr. Negative that you've seen in, like, the trailers and whatnot, or any gameplay. And then he also, like, as his job, he works with Doc Ock. He works with Dr. Octavius in the lab. So it's really cool to see that slow evolution into him actually becoming Doc Ock. And it's almost really sad, too, seeing it, because he has, like, a brain disorder, something that's kind of, like, eating away, like, at his nerves. So he tries to develop something with the arms that helps him better his mind and whatnot, and we all know how that turns out. But the way they lead up to it is amazing. So yeah, like the story had me way more interested than the last like 5 Spider-Man movies I've seen. How many Spider-Mans are there? This is ridiculous. I hope we're done with Tom Holland. I hope we just stick to Tom Holland for the rest of the Spider-Man
I don't know how many
movies.
there are anymore.
Yeah,
There's at least
I lost count.
5, right?
He's back.
6? 6 Spider-Man movies.
Is he okay?
I am now very confused and have no idea what we all just talked about.
We paid tribute to Stan Lee.
Stanley.
Stanley the man.
Stan the man.
Stan the man Lee. And then I'm now currently talking about Spider-Man and how amazing it was.
No, I do have a question. I've heard mixed reviews on this one. What did you think about the length of the game in general?
So, I mean, a lot of people I see complained about how long it took them to get through the story. I don't understand those complaints. It took me at least, as far as just the main storyline goes, I think it took me at least 15 hours to get through. And I don't know, maybe I sucked at the game. I don't know, like, but people are saying they got through it in like 8 hours, and I'm like, that's impossible.
That's the
Well,
one,
people are
that's what I
crazy
heard.
too.
That's impossible.
Well, one guy I know is
Corny, thank you so much for the 6 bits. There you go. You rock, girly. Thank you.
Thank you.
one guy I know. He did actually beat it over a weekend. He
could.
plowed right through it. He started Saturday morning, I believe, and he finished sometime Sunday around noon, is what he said.
You could, but I also have an adult life and things to do.
Yeah, I don't think he
but I mean,
really does.
Yeah, but I mean, like, some of the reviews, like IGN or GameSpot, I look at those reviews sometimes, not just for Spider-Man, but for other games, and I think to myself, there's no way you beat this game in that length of time and you have this much to say about it. There's no way you beat the game.
I've wondered that stuff too.
I've even seen reviews on like IGN where people will say, "Now I didn't finish the game, but here's what I thought." Like, no, you didn't finish the game. You don't
Right.
have an opinion.
Well, I mean, the perfect example of that is when I played Wind Waker. It took me freaking forever to finish Wind Waker.
Forever.
Forever. I started it when I was like, let's see, 16, 15, somewhere around then. I didn't actually beat it until like 4 years ago. I hated the game all the way up to that point. Then, all of a sudden, I figured out what I was doing wrong. And then I beat it, and the moment I finished that game, my opinion was completely different. Wow, that was an amazing game. I loved everything about that. How did I hate this so bad earlier? You know? Because you don't get the full story, you don't get the full spectrum, you don't get the full idea of the game in general.
You got to finish it to have a good opinion of a game.
Yeah.
Right.
If you go through like 2 hours of a game and feel like you have a strong opinion of recommending, like, I played 2 hours of this game, you shouldn't get it, I didn't really like it. Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the mic on, bro.
Courtney's asking if those bottles are sponsored.
Yes, they are. Actually, we're going to be getting
Yes,
that
we will
to that
get
in a
to
little
that.
bit. But right now, they're just going to sit and look pretty.
Very colorful.
Because obviously I can't sit and look pretty. So something on here has to. Closest thing we have here is Matt. You're okay, too.
Better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Oh, you
isn't
thought
hard.
I was gonna argue.
Nope. Not today.
Not today.
So yeah.
I heard there's a lot of side content to it.
There's
though,
there's
which-
plenty
so-
of and that's the other thing too, and that's just how I've always played games. I don't just plow right through the main storyline and say that was cool and just be done. Like I got sidetracked a lot in the game. Like I'll do a couple story missions and then it's kind of funny how they do it in this game, and I love the way they did it. You'll do a couple story missions and then Spider-Man will be like, "Oh, okay, I have to wait for this thing to happen. I should go explore and, patrol and see if there's any active crime." And the game will tell you, take a break and go explore. Like,
So it
actually
really
it
forces
prompts you
into
to it.
It prompts you to go explore New York because the next mission isn't ready yet.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like
It
that.
was really nice, and it really really encourages people to just go and explore New York, find active crimes to do. There's a lot of collectibles. You can find there's 50 of Peter Parker's backpacks spread across the city, and every time you get one, it'll have something different in it, and you'll open up the menu to show you what it is, and he'll have like he'll talk about it, like a little explanation of whatever you found. A few of them are Easter eggs too. Like I found Daredevil's law firm, Matt Murdock and his friend. They're
Oh, really?
a business card from his law firm, and when you find it and open it up, it's funny because Peter's like, Oh man, yeah, this is that business card from that blind lawyer guy. For some reason, he said he could beat me in a fight. I don't even see how that's possible. And there's a lot of hidden gems around the city, like Avengers Tower is in the game, which really, really got a lot of people thinking. The Avengers are not in the game. They're literally only mentioned, but the tower is in the game, and there's a trophy to there's a trophy to like perch on top of Avengers Tower. Peter mentions them a few times, so a lot of people are thinking like, please let there be like Avengers DLC. Let them be in the game. It would be amazing. Or spin-off games, like maybe Insomniac's going to do an Iron Man game, or maybe they're going to do a Hulk game, something.
That would be... I see how the Hulk games are done. They've done those before. A pure Iron Man game, I don't think... That's never been done before. He's always in other games, right?
They did the movie tie-in games, and they were trash. They were so bad. They were such bad games.
The only games I really know about with Iron Man as a in-depth playable character are like those Lego games for the little kids.
Yeah.
I love how Courtney said, always got to have at least one ranting night. Welcome to a 4THECHIVO podcast.
4THECHIVO podcast.
We don't got rants. What do we got?
What are we if we're not ranting? Yeah, stuff like that. Doctor Strange's mansion is in the game. You can find that building. Nothing, just the building.
Now, in regards to our first topic, is Stan Lee in the game?
Is he? Yes. Yes, Stan Lee actually does a cameo in the game.
That's amazing.
It's in a story mission, but he does a cameo in a cutscene in the main storyline. But it's really cool because if you remember, did you guys ever play like the original Spider-Man game that was on like PS1 and 64?
I think I did, but it was
Where, like,
so
you
long
sneak-
Played
ago.
the 64 one for like 5 minutes.
For like
after
5 minutes.
I never
played the-
played that one.
Then I
But-
played the Superman one, and I said I was never going to play another Marvel
Superman.
video game ever again.
Yes, Superman.
God, Super Mario 64.
Stan Lee actually narrates the beginning of that original Spider-Man game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Stan Lee. He narrates the beginning of that game when you're swinging through New York.
One thing I really love about all this, my opinion, is just that now that we have the cohesive Marvel universe all together, you can have those crossovers, video games, that crossover movies, all that content. I think they're kind of overdoing it these days. I think they're just pushing it a little bit too much.
They found their success in it 10 years ago, and now they're like, oh,
Right.
money.
But to be honest, it doesn't really kill it.
No.
It doesn't. Actually, if anything, it makes it the Marvel universe. Sorry, Gusto's next to the stream computer's keyboard, and I panicked.
Come here. Oh, okay.
Lost my train of thought. Yeah, the ability to have the cohesiveness of that universe and be able to do all those things, I don't think it takes away from it. I don't think they've ruined it like they,
No.
in my opinion, like they're starting to do with Star Wars, and they already did with Star Trek.
I think the
Yeah.
one that ruined it is DC.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, DC.
DC shot themselves in the foot.
They
Way too
they
many
tried
times.
too hard to compete with the Marvel movies and completely butchered their entire universe.
They rushed into the Justice League. They didn't give everybody their respective movies.
No, they had they put
Yep.
Batman and Superman in one, and then they gave you Wonder Woman, and then straight into the Justice League.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it this way. Try to imagine the world as it is right now without Marvel movies. Now, what do you think your opinion of DC would be right now?
They would be phenomenal movies. They would be
Right.
what we think of Marvel right now.
They would have taken their time with them.
I agree with all of that. I think they would stop trying to push them out so much before they're done or before they're good, as they should be. And I think our opinion of DC would be completely different right now.
Oh yeah, it would.
Because Marvel raised the bar so high with what they did that DC just can't compete.
You know what's funny is they have, like, Marvel's movies are fantastic movies, but DC has amazing animated movies
Oh yes,
and animated series.
Completely
Like Young
agree with
Justice,
that. Yeah,
that Batman Samurai movie was amazing. It was awesome. Like,
I wish they had kept going with Young Justice.
their animated universe is top tier. I
Yeah.
love their animated universe.
and yeah, that's pretty much what I say is that. Okay, one example: the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
One of the best movies ever, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I love The Dark Knight. Is that a Marvel movie? No.
Nope.
That's a DC movie, and it's gold. It's a gold movie.
I can always watch that movie.
I could watch it over and over and over again and never get sick of it.
I don't get tired of that movie.
But now Dark Knight Rises.
It was okay. It wasn't a terrible movie.
And what was the one after that?
That was it. Oh, well, as far as like the Nolan series, that was it. And then they did was Man of Steel after Dark Knight Rises, or like kind of in the same time frame?
No, wasn't there a third
Little
one?
bit. There was a third one. I can't remember the name of it. I'm also thinking of Batman versus Superman as well.
Yeah.
Because it was a trilogy.
It's mutants.
Isn't it like
Tap
Batman
it and then
Returns
it-
or something?
Yes, Batman Returns.
So, wasn't it like Batman Begins and then Batman
The
Dark
trilogy
Knight-
was-
okay. Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, and then no,
Batman
Begins,
Rises was
Dark
definitely
Knight.
after.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it went.
So the first one in that series was Dark Knight, which is the best one in my opinion. I'm sorry, no, Batman Begins. But that's what Batman Begins. That one, I wasn't a big fan of.
It was okay.
It was okay. Then they made the Dark Knight, and that was like peak of awesome. Then they made the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best one was that middle one.
This is what I think would happen. They started out with the Batman Begins. You know, Nolan's got this. It's the first one he's done for the Batman series with DC. It goes well, but it could have been better. Now he has a grasp of what he's working with. So he goes on to the Dark Knight itself. Great movie. Bomb movie. Kills it. What happened right after that? Marvel started shelling out.
Yeah.
Hardcore. They started acquiring assets. They started acquiring all these different things and then start building this universe. And they released that first Marvel movie. And now, what are the producers going to get there thinking? Crap, we have competition now. We need something out. They push out Dark Knight Rises, in my opinion, before they probably should have. Before they had something solid. And that's why the DC Universe, in my opinion, has become what it is because around that time, and why Dark Knight Rises sucked was because they already had something going else on, and then Marvel started competing, and they panicking.
Yep.
They're panicking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I remember going to a midnight showing of the first Iron Man movie with like a whole group of like 6 or 7 of us, and
Shut up, good Charlotte. She said #blame Jeff.
oh my gosh.
Kelsey. Go ahead, sorry.
Anyway, yeah, I remember going to like a midnight showing of that first Iron Man movie, and then this was before we were we as humans were conditioned to stay in our seats because after credit scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
we were sitting there talking, and then we're like, oh, what's this? And then, you know, Nick Fury comes up on the screen, and everybody in the theater lost their minds because everybody was like, yep, it's happening. They're actually going to do an Avengers movie. They're going to do all these movies. They're going to tie them all together. They're going to build the universe. Like, that was like, I was there for that moment when everybody realized what was happening. It was
That
great.
lit the fuse.
That
That
lit
started
the fuse.
the
It
whole
was
thing.
so cool.
That made it intense.
It was so cool because like that was like we all knew it was happening. It was awesome.
So, if you had to give Spider-Man 1 out of 10, what would you give it? 10 being the best.
I would probably give it a 9, and the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because
It's the boat people. It's the boat guys.
The boat guys.
Yeah, the boat guys.
Yeah.
Those PS2 era graphics boat guys. Man, that's what.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's horrible. Now there are like I've spoken so highly of the game. There are some things that annoyed me. Like that is one thing. That and not being able to go to the Statue of Liberty.
See, I heard that annoyed a lot of people because in the previous games you could.
You could, and then they have a mechanic where you can web zip, where he'll grab something and he'll like propel himself forward, and you can do that on the shores of the waters. So why can't I do that on the boats to get out to the Statue of Liberty? And that was kind of annoying because I would have loved to have done that.
That might have been a creative decision. For example, what was in the first PS1 game, the Spiderman game, that was very controversial? Twin Towers.
Oh, the Twin Towers. That's right. Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to just avoid people doing something stupid like that.
You know, it's
and becoming more of a.
It's funny.
Controversy.
It's funny you say that with controversies, and everybody gets offended about everything these days. Rockstar said they literally cannot make Grand Theft Auto 6. They can't make Grand Theft Auto 6 in today's world.
Yep.
It's not going to happen.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah. They're like, we just got Red Dead 2 out.
Right.
But the only reason they're like, we can do this is because it's old Western. It's 1800s.
Right.
So,
I'm
but
going
yeah.
to say one thing. Horse junk. Okay. Now we said it. We're relevant.
Cool.
Red
We're
Dead
relevant.
2, horse junk.
Yes, we're relevant. Have you seen the memes of like where people will give their horses like the most random names and it's like profanity? You can't use this name.
Yeah.
Someone like named their horse like Green Boy and it was like profanity.
How is that
it's
profanity?
So like the algorithm of like horse naming is like all screwed up.
Is that how is that the same thing where they can't have the Washington Redskins anymore?
Oh my gosh.
He's a green boy.
Green Boy.
That's so dumb.
Whatever.
We got to think about like where we could cut off inside of the green boy with no spaces, or it could possibly have an offensive word. G-R-E, E. No, can't think of anything. Also, ADD. I forget. Don't care anymore.
That happens a lot.
Shut up.
So yeah, no, I'd give it a 9, and I mean that's pretty fair.
I think it deserves a solid 9.
It's honestly like I really do try, and sometimes like when I really am enjoying a game, I do try to look at it critically. I don't want to say everything positive about it, but it's very difficult to find something wrong with this game. This game worked and flowed so well. It was insane how good this game was. And like I said at the beginning of the review, like sometimes a game will come out or you'll see the trailers for it and all this hype will get built, like the hype train. It's very, very rare that a game comes out and lives up to that hype and then exceeds it. Very rare that happens.
I'm so happy
Very
that they
rare.
made it that giant open world because I've always hated games like Spider-Man where they make it the linear story path. You finish one mission, you go to the next mission, you go to the next mission. There's no exploration. Spider-Man is one of those games where you can swing from giant buildings. You should be allowed to explore the entire world.
Oh yeah, and the swinging is so free flow. Like you never get stuck on a building or anything. Like if you're like going to swing into a building, he'll immediately just run up the wall and then like zip up and you'll just keep going. Right.
It's good
great.
mechanics.
It's very good
Now,
mechanics.
if only Red Dead horses were that smart.
Just running into rocks and flipping you forward. And
I saw a meme. The other day. It, you know that theme from Final Fantasy when the airplane takes off is the the really high pitched thing. It had the Red Dead horse going by a fence, and then it hit the fence, and then it floated in the air and it went like seconds later, you just fall off the horse and faceplant, just like that. The horse just goes end over end. I'm like, that pretty much sums up Red Dead.
yeah.
You really got to work on the horse mechanics.
Oh yeah.
Then we have Breath of the Wild, which has like the best horse mechanics all in history.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They still need to get to that point.
You haven't played it?
I played it, unfortunately, and then I get really sidetracked with work and stuff because I got a promotion, and I kind of just stopped playing anything at that point.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, I only just got into starting to try and figure out XSplit again.
Yeah.
When you work all the time, that crap happens. I know. This wall was supposed to already have a 4THECHIVO mural on it. I have a friend that was going to do that for us. Guess how much time I've had for that? Work.
Work.
So much work.
Story of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I drive 10 minutes longer to work.
Oh, you do?
I transferred to Westlake.
Oh, yeah.
It's much better. I'm so much less stressed out there. It's great. I actually love it. So
Sweet. Weren't you on your fast track to being a supervisor?
there's a whole new, I'm not going to get into details about my job, but now they can't hire assistant managers in our district in stores that do less than 1,500 door swings a month. So he transferred me to a better store and gave me a $2 raise. So I was like, all right, okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Because I'm worth something to him, apparently, so. Okay.
At least they did something for you.
Yeah, at least they did something. But yeah. Spider-Man, 9 out of 10.
Booyah.
Final wrap. I'm still not done with that. I'm still going to stream it whenever new DLC comes out because I have the season pass. That's another complaint. They're releasing... So they have 4 DLCs that they're bringing out, and the first one that they're doing is City That Never Sleeps, and I played it, and I'm like, cool, it's over, time for the next one. They're releasing bits and pieces of each DLC episodically.
Okay.
Because they just want to make the game last for another 6 months.
So what they're doing with Destiny 2? They have annual passes now. They don't have season passes.
Annual passes.
Annual passes.
Yeah. Because
I'm gonna touch on Destiny 2 here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's along those lines.
There's so many things wrong with that game.
We'll get to that, but
we'll leave it.
Yeah,
for now.
that's the next topic or another.
So yeah,
topic.
9 out of 10. And I will be streaming. I believe the next one comes out on the 20th. So I don't know what day that is, but I will be. I'll be continuing the stream for the DLC of City That Never Sleeps.
That's
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah. Can't. Sorry.
So no, I don't stream during the week. It's impossible for me. I literally only close at my job, so
Gotcha.
I get home at 9 o'clock at night.
So maybe the 25th, Sunday the 25th.
Yep.
On Thanksgiving.
Yep. More Spider-Man.
I'm just kidding. That's next week.
What?
On Thursday, right? 22nd is Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Whatever Thursday
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Okay.
This coming
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
Everyone in the room's all confused. I don't know.
Yes.
So I'm not the only one that has no idea what day it is anymore.
So.
That's why my watch has a date on it.
Yep.
25th. You're thinking about streaming that then?
Yeah. I'll do Spider-Man. This coming Sunday is not going to be Spider-Man. It's going to be something. Stay tuned.
You mean
I'm going to
tomorrow?
talk about what I'm going to be playing in a bit. So
Reminder: every Sunday, 7:00 p.m. usually Eastern Standard Time. MattyC's streaming games. Next Saturday, not this one coming, or Sunday, not this one coming. Potentially more Spider-Man DLC.
Yes.
Anyways, I would like to do some talking about Spyro.
Spyro.
The game that never loads.
Oh no, really?
That's what we're getting to. That's what I want to jump into real quick. All right. Spyro the Dragon Remastered, or as they call it, Spyro the Dragon Reignited. Beautiful game. Look, I am a nostalgic person. Everyone in this room knows that I'm nostalgic. I love N64 games. I love original PlayStation games. I love anything retro, all the way back to the NES. Anything before that, I'm just too young, millennial, whatever. I can't do the Atari. Sorry, just too far for me. But
you didn't like E.T.? That game was fantastic.
I saw
I
somebody
found
try and stream that one. It was great.
after I saw the dumpster full of ET video games, I thought maybe I should.
The landfill.
Oh my god!
An old friend of mine from high school actually tried to stream that.
Oh,
It was
man.
hilarious to watch.
Lord, that's painful. But anyways, But Spyro has always held a great place in my heart. I freaking love that game. It's a gold game, in my opinion. It's alongside, it's Adkin, you could put him in the same category as Super Mario 64 and Legend of Zelda. It's kind of all in that category. And that's coming a lot for me because I love Zelda. Yeah, it's pretty high there. But there's one problem. I'm older now. Things happen when you get older.
Physically.
I understand you so much right now. Just keep going.
Okay. One, collectathons have changed a little bit for me, but I still love them. There is a game that came out called Banjo. Excuse me, not Banjo.
Crash
Ukulele.
Bandicoot.
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
I don't know.
That was a throwback to that, and it made me remember how much I kind of hate collectathons now. It's a new game. Okay, hopefully I would like it. No, I cannot play ukulele. Spyro the Dragon, I will sit down and play that any day. But an older guy has older problems, and that is I get motion sick now.
Oh yeah. I could see this.
If anyone knows that I did a while back a Spyro the Dragon playthrough, a Spyro 1, I may not have mentioned that through that entire series, every stream I had to take Dramamine before the stream. Otherwise, I would get sick halfway through, and I had to stop. I couldn't play it. It was that bad. I don't get dizzy from any other video game. My sister, anything that moves, she's sick. But I can't play Spyro, but like that's it. So my hope so badly was that in this remastered they'd fix that. Just as bad. I get dizzy. I get nauseous. I want to lay down. I want to throw up. I want to take my cat and I don't know where I was going with that. But just kidding.
This is your fault, Gusto.
Gusto, just shield my eyes. Just take my cat. Just much better. Eyes are like starting to water. But other than that, I'm gonna put that aside because that's a physical problem with me. Okay, I get motion sick. This game is amazing. It is fidelity, visuals, color. The thing about 90s games where there were beautiful games. They're very, very colorful.
Very colorful.
Pleasing to the eyes. They weren't very detailed because they couldn't be, but they filled that in with vector colors and stuff like that to leave a lot to your imagination. And the thing about leaving a lot to your imagination is everyone kind of imagines the missing fidelity and detail in the game. You kind of replace it with your own imagination. You don't always realize you're doing it, but it's it's subconscious. You fill in those gaps. But they did this remaster perfect.
That's good.
There's like only some subtle things that, in my opinion, are basically not even worth mentioning. But they did some subtle things that really made this game truly feel like this was the game I used to play, but prettier, but better. They took my imagination and made it took that imagination and made it real. These buildings that I see, how I imagine them, that's what they look like. They shelled them out that much more.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you get all 3 games.
Oh yeah.
You know, Crash Bandicoot, those are small worlds. All right. Cool, all 3 games, not that much work. Spyro was pretty big when you got to 3.
Yeah, it was.
They made it massive.
That's cool.
The only other gripe I have, it's too pretty. Now, take a guess what I mean by that. Somebody take a guess what I mean by this game is too pretty. It looks too good.
You mean like every game or?
On Spyro in general.
Yeah.
For the little bit of it, I've only played through the second level, second world on Spyro 1. But, yeah. No clue?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with this.
Not really.
I wanted to have a video for this, but we didn't have enough time to prepare. Spyro 1. Way off in the distance, there's some gems.
Oh, so you were going with that. I didn't understand that part of part. I didn't connect that with being too pretty, but I remember you mentioning that before.
Yes. I can't see them from a distance any longer. They're hidden in the grass. They're hidden behind the same colored wall.
Yeah.
They're hidden by very dynamic lighting. In Spyro 1, I could look all the way across the map and see a
Yep.
shining glimmer. There's treasure over there. That's where my missing one gem is.
Yeah.
I can see that. Everything else is called out,
Yeah.
but they left that little shining glimmer of the treasure off in the distance. They don't have to do that in this one because they're not limited by visual depth. So I can't find Jack Squat now.
Like how you walked by that one gem you were missing in the first world.
You really like pointing out that crap, don't you?
Yep.
Remember that one time you screwed up, Jeff? Yes, I remember that one time.
That's what I'm here for.
Gotta keep Jeff humble. Jeez. No.
You make it too easy.
Obviously I do. Obviously. It's a great game. I love the way it looks. The handling is actually better than the original. I can use the D-pad and the analog stick, and they don't feel like... Remember when you played Spyro and you tried to use the analog stick and
Yeah.
I have to use the D-pad.
You can move the camera now.
Yes. Thank
you.
God. You can move the camera, and you can use the analog sticks, and the control feels smooth. Whereas you had 8 directions you can go on that D-pad. If you tried the analog stick, man, that thing was the most useless thing in the world, the original. So
You might as well have just taken it off the controller.
Right. 'Cause it was
Yeah, yeah.
useless. It really was useless. So they made some great improvements. Last gripe. I don't know if this is a PlayStation thing or if this is a Spyro the Dragon thing. So you guys probably know a lot more about PlayStation than I do. It's not my main system. So correct me if I'm wrong. I sat there for 2 hours watching a progress bar, downloading 30 gigabytes worth of a downloadable content game. It's my fault I didn't go up and buy a disc. But in all reality, they said on release that was going to have day one downloadable content. It was about 25 gigs.
I have what I'm going to talk about later. I have a gripe. Same thing.
Okay. So, 30 gigs of downloading I had to do for digital copy. Yay, it's downloaded. Let's play this game. I streamed for probably about an hour. Was it an hour?
About that.
Till I was time. Okay. I collected literally 100% of everything in World 1. I didn't just plow through them. 100% at every level, including the main portal area.
Even after you had trouble with that first time on the flying one,
Jeez,
you
I was
still
so-
went back in there and didn't even know it was back there until I asked. I don't know. I seriously didn't know about those light up stones.
See, I thought you were just trying to hint it to me.
No, I didn't know. I saw you step on one, it lit up, and I'm like, yeah, maybe you can light up all 5.
Right.
I don't know.
So I took forever trying to find the last world, too. So I spent a lot of time in that. Until I went to go to the next world. I said, hey, you're ready to go to whatever the name of the world is.
Peacekeepers. I think,
Peacekeepers
right?
land. Okay, let's go. Installing. What? What? It just says installing. No progress bar, nothing. It just says installing.
So-
It's a big purple screen, the color of Spyro, that says installing in the fancy
Installing?
lettering.
So I close out, look at go to the game to see if it's still downloading at the game area. Nothing. It says installed. Okay. Close the game, open it again, go back, installing. What are you installing? It took 30 gigs. I thought I was done.
That's weird. Yeah.
I went up to my notifications.
Oh yeah.
25% of the game was downloaded.
So you started the game when it said it's ready to use now.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
it was the playable downloaded.
But it
Right.
didn't say game was still installing. It didn't say
It doesn't.
that. It says
it doesn't.
It
It's not
just
nice like
started.
that.
It didn't even tell me ready to play. It just started. So the game started. I thought it was done because it went to 100% of the 30 gigs I was on the screen. This game is over 60 gigs.
Really?
Yes.
It's huge.
It's 3 games. Think about it.
That's true.
That's great. It would have been nice to know. I wouldn't have started the stream.
Yeah, seriously.
So the rest of the stream, I played Destiny 2. And by the time it was done, it was still 50% done.
Gosh.
Now I have a 200 gigabyte per second. Wow, I wish. 200 megabit per second internet speed. That's fast.
Done.
All right.
Yeah, no,
200
that's still
megabits per second.
fast.
In all reality, I was getting a quarter of a megabyte per second.
Oh, yeah, and you closed down everything in the background, and all that happened was it went from saying 16 hours left to 15 hours left.
Now, I want to blame that on too many people downloading it at once. So I waited. I tried for 2 days to see if it would improve. It did not.
Really?
So I want to blame it on, let's say, Activision. I can't. Because Activision doesn't host those games.
No.
PlayStation hosts it on their store, which means PlayStation is throttling their download speeds. So when the next time when you guys go to download a game from the PlayStation store, no, it has nothing to do with your internet.
Yeah,
It's
doesn't.
PlayStation throttling your download. You could have gigabyte per second.
It's PlayStation being a jerk.
Yeah. I mean, Xbox is better when it comes to download that, but they throttle too. I know that for a fact. But that is excruciating. 15 hours to download additional 30 gig content.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I downloaded other things that go a lot faster than that.
Yeah.
So I know it's throttled. But that's my gripes for Spyro. But if I'm going to rate it, if I'm taking motion sickness out of the
Equation.
completely, because I can understand that's probably a subset of their gamers, of their players. I mean, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Still beautiful. The only thing I wish they would do is if they're going to patch anything into that game at all, and this is the only thing I say they need to do, is you know how you can move your camera around with the right thumbstick? That's great. They added that. Allow me to go in and out.
Oh, yeah.
So I can zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, if you can get
Because
out a little bit more, it shouldn't
Zooming
be
out would be
quite
nice.
as bad for the motion sickness.
That's
Yeah,
what
exactly,
I think.
yeah.
I'm too close to Spyro.
Yeah.
So when I'm zipping this way and zipping that way, just bigger field of view. Yeah.
Matty, it does look like an incredible game, and when I have the money for it, I am definitely going to get that game too.
I highly recommend it.
I've
It's
never actually
a beautiful
owned
game.
Spyro. I beat it playing through on my friend's copy before. But this one looks so well done that I am going to end up getting this one.
It is. Spyro, as soon as I get to Trouble with the Trolley, if anyone plays Spyro, they know exactly what I just said.
Yes.
Trouble with the Trolley, eh? I hope they did that a little bit better.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
One last thing on Spyro. If you know about that, you know about this. Or you might not have. Did you guys, any of you guys, see the original first announcement of the Spyro Remastered?
I vaguely remember it.
It was like a 10-second clip.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
It started with one thing. A zoom in. Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Yeah.
Everyone, I think it was at E3 because I remember a bunch of people laughing. I think it was at E3.
It was.
Yep.
A bunch of people laughing. I'm like, everyone that knows Spyro and knows it enough to know that scene and knows the pain that is involved with that part, just absolutely love that moment. That marketing team needs a raise right now. And we all immediately, all we had to see was that immediately. We knew, fans
Everybody.
of Spyro,
yes.
exactly what we were getting. And we lost it. Yep. So, Spyro the Dragon, 9 out of 10 as well.
Sweet.
For sure. So do we want to take a quick break and try out these sodas?
No, I'm for it.
Let's do it.
Want to try out that kitty piddle?
No.
You already got nominated. You're the newest one.
No,
Sorry.
he can have it. He was late.
He's a member. He outclasses you.
He was late.
Okay.
I will try the kitty piddle.
You're going to try the kitty
I will
piddle?
try the kitty piddle.
All right. I would like to do some zoom-ins for you guys, but unfortunately that's not really doable right now. Maybe if Turkey wants to like really help out, he can hit that little rocker on top of it. When the time comes, it's on the left-hand side of the camera on top. It's a little zoom rocker, just like an old camcorder. So when we hold them up, you guys can see them a little closer. But we're going to jump over to our sponsored slot. Woohoo! 4THECHIVO's first ever sponsored slot. We're going to throw the really pixelated logo that he gave me. I'm just kidding. I sold it to Facebook because he hasn't got a chance to get me the content yet.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
throw their little Soda Pops logo over there, and heck, I'll just add their banner on there too.
I gotta stop by there sometime when I come down here.
You really should.
Dude, it's awesome. I love that
How late
place.
are they open?
It depends. But I will go over their hours real quick here in a second. Give me a sec. I have really stuffy nose. I took my allergy medicine too late today. Stupid Jeff. Making stupid decisions. But anyways, today's podcast is brought to you by Soda Pops in Sandusky, Ohio. They have a large variety of different vintage sodas, vintage candy, old school vintage games, including board games, toys, anything in that regard. If you like vintage stuff, definitely please go check that place out. I'm not even a big vintage person, but I still love walking in there just to
It's
see.
great.
Like, they have like the old style candies that's you haven't seen in years. And I'm 28, well 29 now, sorry. And there's stuff that I haven't seen before, but I've seen it like movies.
Yeah.
Like they have, for example, they have the bubble gum, the playing card bubble gum. You can still get that.
I didn't know you could get that anywhere.
Yeah, they have
Soda
it.
pop.
It's not the original. Don't get me wrong, because that stuff is collectibles. You can't buy it
Yeah.
anymore. They have what they throw
No,
back
that's the
remake
stuff you would
of.
find on eBay or something like
Right.
that.
They have the throwback remakes of it, and it's the gum that is the playing cards, and you can eat it. Like, you chew it. That's the coolest thing to me. Like, they still have that crap going around for people who are nostalgic. I love it. So, anyways, go make sure to check them out. They are located at 109 West Water Street in Sandusky, Ohio. When it comes to their hours, I'll just throw this on here real quick. They're closed now. They're open Tuesdays. That's not what I wanted, though. Soda Pops. I thought I had this ready, but I didn't.
Wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so what do you got for hours? Saturdays, they are 12 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays and Mondays, they are closed. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, they're open from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And Fridays, they are open 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Those are kind of different hours.
Yeah, they're a very small business, so I understand. I'd rather them have less hours during the day and stay open than try to do the real 8 to 5 and then
Yeah.
have to close
There's
down, 'cause they
there's
just don't
actually
have
a
enough
game
business.
shop by my house that does the same thing. They're closed during the mornings
Yeah.
when the kids are going to be in school. Because
Right,
it's
so
just
why do they
it's a
open?
mom,
Yeah.
dad, and I think like their 2 older sons who run this game place, and that's it. So they open in the afternoons when the kids are going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense to me. I mean,
Yeah.
now there's this another store. It's called Sweets and Treats. That's around. They have vintage sodas too. I go by there. They're never, ever open. Like,
It's weird.
How are they in business?
It's weird.
I go by and they're like 6 o'clock. Oh, they're closed.
Yeah.
3 o'clock. Oh, they're closed. Wednesday, Saturdays at noon. You're closed.
Yeah, that's
See, this makes sense. I could understand being closed like Sundays and Mondays and being open in the afternoons. That makes perfect sense to me if you're
Right.
kind of a smaller place.
For sure. So, like I said, definitely go give them a visit. They deserve the business. They are a local small business, so I'm all about supporting small local businesses. They're a really cool place. But in the meantime, we were supposed to do this during Smash Fest, but unfortunately we didn't have time to do it because it was rainy and, let's just say, very, very uncomfortable for many people, as well as myself. So, unfortunately, we are not able to do the sponsor slot for that video, which should be released sometime before the end of the year. So we're just gonna do this now. These sodas were given to us. Oh, by the way, here I'll show you this too. This is the inside of their store. One of the shelves inside of their store. You can see all these different candies: Chunky, Chuckies, like big cherry, Razzles.
I never see those
Pop
anywhere
Rocks.
anymore.
Yeah, all this stuff is really old school vintage candy you just really can't find anywhere else. And to me, that's awesome. Gold Mine. I've heard that's really a big deal. in the South.
Yeah.
They love that candy.
I love whatchamacallits.
They have whatchamacallits.
Whatchamacallits, yes. Those are
And
great.
another one that I love that they have is Wonka bars. They actually have Wonka bars. Now that
Yeah.
is cool because
That's
they weren't
super
out for
cool.
very long.
No.
They were like a big thing when the movies come out and then they go away for a while.
Right.
But they really are like they live up to their name in the movies. They're like the best chocolate, but they're better Hershey's in my opinion. So let's move on. Let's try these sodas. Shoot. I don't think these are twist offs. These aren't twist offs, are they?
I think they are. I know this one is.
That one's a twist off? Okay, we'll find out. I'm going to grab. Yeah, sure.
There's no floaties in these.
No, I don't want that one. No, that was-
I
Bug
guess,
barf.
okay, I'll try alien snot.
So okay, go ahead. Can you zoom in real quick for me, Turkey? It's that rocker on the left there. More to the left, in the center of the camera. Center of the camera, the body of it, on the other side. Right there. There you go. Zoom in on my beautiful face. So okay, we're gonna show all these real quick. We have Bug Barf right here. Soda. What do you got there, Matt?
That's alien snot.
Orailith, what do you got?
Zombie brain juice.
Zombie brain juice. And this one, all-time favorite right here, Kitty Piddle.
Look at the cat in there. He's like,
Can you go ahead and show that one too?
Oh, and this one is candied bacon cream soda.
that
So
one
this-
I'm really interested in.
That one's a little different. That's less of a like comedy, supposed to be nasty sounding ones. You can zoom back out. Right about there, yeah. Nasty sounding. That one actually sounds like they tried to do something legit on this one. So I'm very curious. Who wants to go first?
I'll try.
Well, I actually wanted to ask
Are they
if Matt
twist
wouldn't mind switching.
Yeah, sure. I'll try zombie.
I really wanted to try this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try zombie brains. This looks like some sort of maybe like Code Red, maybe Game Fuel.
Yeah, I would say closer to Gamer Fuel.
They are twist offs.
They're
Sweet.
twist offs.
So-
You know,
they're
I would have
twist
been
offs.
more surprised if they weren't, considering what kind of drinks these are.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a few of them that are down there.
And we have a volunteer for the kitty piddle.
Oh, and are you doing the kitty piddle?
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. We got Anna doing the kitty piddle. So make sure that when you test it out, you have the microphone so they can hear you. Your wonderful reactions to the kitty piddle. What do you think it tastes like?
There you go.
We shall see.
Go ahead and like close as you can with that microphone when you talk. Just so you know. All right. So, you going first?
yeah.
Give it a try. Let's try
Cheers.
out zombie juice. Zombie brain juice. Give it a shot.
Well, it's weird. It's not.
Snot.
It's
That's that one.
it's not very like fizzy. It's not very effervescent.
Really?
Yeah.
You used a big word there. Are you proud of yourself?
Effervescent.
Effervescent.
Which is
Maybe
kind of
it's
surprising
Maybelline.
considering the sound it made when they were opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a. I actually do kind of get a Game Fuel taste out of this. That's really funny.
Really?
But it's got a much more like strawberry taste to it.
Really?
It. You know what it reminds me of? This is gonna sound so weird, but it reminds me of Fruit Roll-Up.
Really?
It reminds
I
me
love
of
fruit roll-ups.
It reminds me a lot of Fruit Roll-Ups, like liquid Fruit Roll-Up.
I'm curious. Can I get in the
That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
curious.
no lip sip? I'm gonna waterfall it. It does.
Right?
It does. It tastes like fruit
Just
roll-up.
a little like Fruit Roll-Up, kinda.
Kind of like a watery fruit roll-up. If you put fruit roll-ups and you just let it sit in water and soak for a while, and then just eat it.
Oddly enough, I know somebody who made something like that. It's you can actually make like candied vodka, where people take hard candies and stuff like Fruit Roll-Ups
Really?
or Jolly Ranchers, and they let them sit in vodka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Although we don't promote alcoholic beverages
Yeah.
on there, that does sound interesting.
But so that's basically what it sounds like they did with this is they put Fruit Roll-Ups and they let it dissolve in just like
The
soda water.
Juice.
Right, right. All right, so I'll go next. We're doing bug barf.
Bug barf.
I love the little picture of the actual bug
Yeah.
throwing
Yeah,
up.
the pictures are good on these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I like
actual
these.
throw up just like coming out of his mouth. It's disgusting. It's great. That's interesting. I've tasted this before. I really like it though, but I've tasted this before. That's gonna bother me. Gosh darn it! Try this. Waterfall it. Tell me what that tastes like.
It kind of smells like Mountain Dew, actually.
It's not. I know it's Mountain Dew. It's definitely got like a kiwi flavor to it, but
I know what that is.
I know what it is too. Oh my gosh, that's gonna bother me. It's really good, but it tastes like something. I haven't tasted it in years.
It's kind of like
Like a type of candy or another type of soda.
like another type of soda. It
Soda-
kind of tastes like mellow yellow, a little bit.
a little
Or
bit.
Do you remember? What was that? I can't remember the name. It was kind of like that whole like it's a soda, but it's an energy drink. It was like
Volt.
Volt. Kind of
Volt.
tastes like.
I'm saying Vault like Fallout. Volt.
I vaguely remember what it tasted like, but that might be close to it.
my friend Steven was obsessed with Volt.
Well,
Like
see.
he had rooms when they stopped making it. His room was like almost
Full of 'em?
One wall of nothing but like 12 packs.
Well,
of
that was
Volt.
like when they first came out with Game Fuel. My friends and I went and like stocked. We're like, this is so good, and we stocked up on it and didn't see it for years. So
Yeah.
we're like, we got 12 packs for days.
I did that with Surge.
You did that with Surge.
Yep.
Good man.
Now it's back again.
Now it's back.
I was part of the Surge movement, by the way. I was
Me too.
I was in that group. Did you want to try this one? I'm
Nope.
telling you, it's like Volt. It's almost like, okay, I think I know what it is. If you took Kool-Aid, not like the red Kool-Aid, but another flavor of Kool-Aid. Wait. Yellow Gatorade.
It's yellow Gatorade.
It's yellow Gatorade.
I can totally see that.
I see it now. This tastes like
oh
yellow
my gosh,
Gatorade.
it's yellow Gatorade.
That's awesome. Like, it's not exactly the same. It's got its own distinct taste, but it's definitely got that taste
Yeah.
of yellow Gatorade. All right, moving on.
My turn.
I really like the
So I've
color of
got
that
alien
one.
snot, which yes, I do like the color of it too.
I do too. Reminds me of something from Fallout.
Yeah, I was gonna say mouthwash.
Does it taste like mouthwash? Is it actual
Is it
mouthwash?
very refreshing?
No,
Does it burn? Otherwise, it's not working.
it tastes good.
Bless you.
Sorry. Allergies.
Trying to think of what this is kind of like you were having. It tastes really, really familiar, like something else, but I can't remember what.
Jeez. Let me try it.
What does that taste?
I know that. I freaking know that. Matt, for God's sakes, drink this. Tell me what this is. Tell me what that is. I know
It
that
tastes so
taste.
good, and I don't remember what that is.
Gosh, I need that now. I might buy some of that just to by itself. Alien snot tastes amazing.
Oh wow, that's really good. I like that one. I really like that one.
Give me one more swig.
That I
Do I not get my own drink?
Still good.
Give me that.
Trading you.
You're right. It is familiar. That
What does
one's
that
not
taste
as
like?
familiar. That actually has kind of a unique taste to me. I can't pinpoint that on anything. That's actually a pretty unique taste.
It's almost like Capri Sun. Almost. But it's not Capri Sun. That's going to drive me nuts. These-
Jello?
Almost like Jello, yeah. Green Jello. I taste it. Tastes like green Jello. Do we have a red one that'll taste like red? Red Kool-Aid. Doesn't
Just
have
red.
flavors.
It
Time for
tastes
the
like
kitty
red.
fiddle.
All right, let's go.
Try kitty.
Kitty piddle.
Gotta get in frame. Gotta get
I would also like to point out that they put a pun on the label.
Oh, did they?
Hold
They
it up.
did. It's so disgusting.
Ah.
Oh, it is
so
it is.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to appreciate that because I always appreciate a
I was
good
just
pun.
reading that.
Oh, here, Anna.
It's
Take my seat.
fantastic.
Take my
Oh,
seat so
all
they
right.
can be part of the taste testing crew here.
Stand up and come in frame.
As long as my pants don't fall down here.
That would be a problem.
Took my belt off.
And the special guest shows herself
Hello.
with more than just an arm.
Wow, amazing. All right,
Wow.
so
Wow.
it looks really weird. I'm not gonna lie, it looks weird, but
So do I, but y'all still like me.
Small doses.
Shut up.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's like
There's like
it's
tape.
like a wet pina colada.
oh, wet. What is there? Dry? Wait.
It's
Wait.
it's like watered down.
Watered down. Okay.
Yes, pina coladas being left in the rain.
So it tastes like pina coladas in the rain.
Yeah,
Dang.
Wow.
I don't get it. I'm just kidding. I
would you
do.
like to
I'll give it a shot.
sample?
I'll try it out. Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly what that tastes like.
Anybody else?
I'll try it.
I love how it has distinctive tastes.
It does. It's like you got everything has its own thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it definitely
Except
tastes
for
like
that.
Jello.
Yeah.
It's like I'm drinking Jello.
It's
Yeah, it's like a very watered down pina colada.
Yeah.
I love how that basically we're just like drinking disgusting beverages and saying, "Hey, they taste like these
I
real
mean, yeah.
things."
They
It's like something that could be good, but it's mediocre. It's trying, but it's not trying very hard.
But that's what I like about this because they're novelty drinks.
Yeah.
If you like, I don't know if I'd go. Maybe that one. I would go to the store and buy that.
I get this one again.
I would go out in the
so
store and buy
they're
that.
they're real sugar. They're cane sugar.
That's good too. Okay, so they're healthier.
I would buy the alien snot just because of the color.
Yeah.
The color is extremely
Reed.
pleasing.
So far, that one's my favorite. The alien snot. That's got a really good flavor to it.
And anybody like Star Trek Next Generation in here? Anybody? No. I won't make the reference. I was gonna. Never mind.
I'm happy it's the pure cane sugar. I think it would taste funny if they used like the fake stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm liking this. These are really good. Again, I would definitely go out and buy that one. I would go out of my way and buy that one. Definitely. These two, maybe that one because I like
Yeah, I'd probably go out and get that one just so I could try it because
the fruit roll up stuff. You want to swig it real quick? You can.
I'm not a big on sharing.
I totally understand. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I like it. This one maybe not so much. So we have this last one here, and
I know I definitely wouldn't like that one.
he didn't know
I
it, but
don't do pina coladas.
he doesn't
at
know it,
all.
but Turkey got nominated to try this one. Turkey got nominated to do this one. Turkey got.
Hey, Fish.
Okay, go ahead,
Why
man.
don't you come try candied bacon?
Candied
Come
bacon.
try. Here.
I like
Is that-
regular
Yeah, that's a
cream
twist off.
soda, but
You know what I like about this?
the candied bacon thing just kind of throws me off.
So I like how all the rest of these are like novelty and like they're meant to be gross out, but like this one looks legit, but it's probably gonna be the grossest because it has meat flavor in it.
Meat flavored soda.
Someone hold this
I got you.
See if he's man enough to get it open.
I'm gonna use my sleeve.
You gotta use those fins, man. Mr. Fish.
Does it even twist up?
Yeah, it's twisted.
Yeah, it is here.
Aquatic mammals aren't very, you know.
Oh my
very
gosh.
strong. Is it that bad? Oh, there we go. There you go.
There. Does
I'll
it smell like
make
bacon?
Not really. Oh, wait, I'm getting something like savory, but hold on.
Savory.
That's a good noise it made.
Get some ASMR of you drinking.
It definitely has an aftertaste. It has like an aftertaste.
Good, bad.
Oh, what taste? What are we tasting? No, God, please no.
have one of those. It does not have one of those.
I hope it doesn't have one of those.
It has an aftertaste of meat, a little bit. But
Really?
It's not bad. It's just kind of like it's kind of savory, like a little bit salty.
So not bad, disgusting, or anything,
No,
but weird.
it's just it's a little.
A little.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You want to try
Did you
it?
taste the bacon?
Not really. It's just kind of like has a little bit, it's a little bit salty.
No, give it a try real quick.
So like a less sweet taste than regular cream soda.
It's got a little bit of cat hair on the bottle, so don't mind that.
That's what, just put this one on the kitty piddle. I feel like it'd be appropriate.
Yeah.
She said just garnish. Garnish the kitty piddle with some cat hair.
Oh.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
He took that
Yeah!
from his own cat.
It's not very bacony. It's just it has a little bit of
It's savory and it's almost smoky.
yeah.
It's almost got a smoky taste to it. If I had candy bacon, this is exactly what it would taste like. It's not bad.
Let me see it.
It's not.
So like, it sounds like it's a less sweet cream soda, kind of.
No?
Like cream soda, a lot of the time is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's less sweet than regular cream soda, definitely.
Yeah, I get that smokiness.
I like the smokiness though. I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
That's actually really. I like that one. That's not bad. I wouldn't sit and. I don't think I'd buy a 6-pack.
Yeah,
of it
I
or
wouldn't buy a
anything,
6-pack
but
of that either.
The one that you thought you would be the grossest is like actually pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not bad.
Okay, well you're welcome to have that.
I'm keeping this.
This is mine now.
Thank you very much.
This is my microphone. I drink. Oh, it's up here. All right. Well, honestly, these were just purchased for, novelty comedy purposes. Not a whole lot of people would probably go out of their way and purchase these specifically just for their taste. They're more geared, I would say, towards children or like people who are
Mommy, I
trying
wanna
to
drink alien snot.
right, someone that's trying to like psych somebody out and be like, "Hey, drink this kitty piddle," So this literally tastes like cat pee. No, of course
You
not.
could
They look
mix-
like really nice.
You could mix the alien barf or the whatever
Alien
bug
snot?
barf and alien snot and put it in a Windex bottle.
And just like, hey, watch this.
It was so convincing though.
Right. we could take the alien snot and get one of those clear bleach bottles. I go around acting like you're swigging out of a bleach bottle.
Just
Like,
walk-
what are you doing?
Just
I'm
walk
gonna
down.
die. This bleach tastes great. It's bug barf flavored. All right. Again, thank you so much for thanks to Soda Pops for donating these sodas. It was really cool, really good. I would like to make sure that we're promoting businesses as much as they say they're gonna promote us too, which is amazing. Thanks Soda Pops. Again, please make sure to stop down there, grab yourself some if you'd like. They have some amazing sodas outside of these novelty ones. They have the candied bacon, but we tried to find the grossest ones we could. But really, this is the grossest we could find, and they're pretty good. So their other stuff is really good. They have, again, vintage sodas, newer sodas, and of course, my all-time favorite, they have a late one, ginger ale soda. Oh man, I'm so glad I talked them
So
into
good.
purchasing that. They carry it just because I suggest. I bugged the guy to get me some.
I
buy
still
it
want
by
to
the-
go up there and see if they have birch beer.
I believe they do. I believe they have birch beer. But yeah, stop by them and definitely give them a check out. Thanks again to Soda Pops.
Support small businesses.
Small sniz. Just gonna go with it.
Smeg smoog.
Just wiggity whack. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. I just want to use the sleep. What is English anyways?
This is This is the liquid they put inside gushers.
Oh. Oh. I'm trying to remove that. There we go. Okay. This is the liquid gushers. Gosh, I love gushers
I know, right?
so much. Anyways, what else do we want to go over real quick? So we got a time for like another topic or two.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys both had another topic, I think.
Yeah. Did anybody else have anything in mind?
I had Destiny 2.
Because
I'm here for commentary. I didn't come up with any topics.
I have. I don't have too much. I don't have too much to say on this, but I have Fallout. I have Fallout 76. I was also in the beta.
Oh, yes.
I was in the beta, and I got some things to say about this game.
Really?
I saw somebody
some good things,
streaming
some
that the other day.
bad things.
Mm.
So first, I want to start by saying, like, our last podcast, at least the one that I was in, was like around this time last year.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And this was it was after E3. We did one after E3. We did a E3 kind of wrap up,
Right.
And we talked about Fallout. And I remember you were talking about like this game, like it scared you, like it's really not like what
Yeah.
is this game gonna be like?
Now, I was scared that we're going to be too far away from how Fallout is now. They're
Yeah, I got
straight too
skeptical
far.
when I heard the concept of Fallout multiplayer.
Now,
Oh
I-
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh,
Falling Vector. My bro. What is up, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well, my friend. I haven't seen you in forever. Dude, Falling Vector is one of the OG guys from Stott Streams. I haven't seen him forever. You probably don't remember him. It was like right when I started watching, and he left probably about a year after that. But Falling Vector, thank you for popping in, my bro. It's good to see your face again. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I had to call it.
it's cool.
He said Fallout 76 is garbage.
Okay, so that being said, it's not the dumpster fire everybody's making it out to be, but it is an extraordinarily. You can segue right in front. It's cool. It's cool.
You said on your phone.
It's it's not the horrible game everybody's making out to be. It's still Fallout, but I say that with a grain of salt. It's so vastly different from what we know Fallout is. With the game being completely online, now the world itself, like West Virginia in this map, is huge.
Mountain Mama. Sorry.
Country Road! It's huge. It's the biggest one. There are things that they do right with this game, and there's things that they just, like, terrible in this game. Like, it's so disheartening playing a Fallout game and having things like this. I haven't played it too much yet. I literally got it day one and didn't play it because there was a 50 gig like day one update. So I was like, oh, cool, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've only played the beta. I haven't played the actual game yet.
Yeah. Which
But
is it out now, actually? I didn't know that.
yeah, it came out on the 14th. But what I did play was, it's really weird. The game starts off, so every Fallout game, you start in the vault, and that's a big experience. Getting out of the vault, something in the vault happens. You're exploring the vault. Usually, maybe there's I know they didn't do it in Fallout 4. You pretty much leave the vault right away in 4 almost.
But
there's
something
always,
big
there's
does happen in
Something
the
big
vault.
happens in the vault that you are born into, or the vault that you come out of. This game, it looks like a party happened. You go down this hallway, you go down the stairs. Okay, you're out. Like, you don't do anything in the vault that you started. Vault 76 is nothing. There's like 3 rooms you can go into, and then you just leave. That was weird. That was like, there's nothing.
Courtney just googly-eyed pizza rolls.
Are those pizza rolls?
Yeah, threw me off a little bit through her pillows.
So that was weird. But then, as far as like the way the world looks, the graphics are beautiful in this game. It's the best Fallout's ever looked. Honestly, it's really nice.
That's saying something because Fallout 4 does look amazing.
This game is beautiful. It looks even better. I mean, the lighting, the environment, everything looks really cool. there are some frame rate issues. I have not run into too many. I did run into one, but I know a lot of people have run into a few areas where the game will the frame rate will drop so bad the game's just unplayable. Game hasn't crashed.
Yeah.
Well, I heard they had to lock the frame rate now because of cheaters.
They
Lock it at 60 frames per second.
they had to lock it at 60 frames.
I mean, how can you cheat using frame rate?
It has to do with only on PC,
Yeah, that was weird.
but there is a way to do frame rate manipulation on multiplayer gaming if you do it right.
The whole multiplayer aspect of the game does change it drastically. So when they said there weren't going to be NPCs in the game, that upset a lot of people. It upset me. I thought that was super weird, but I went in hopeful, like maybe it'll be cool. Maybe there's gonna be quests that you'll run into, and that you'll do quests. That's fine. That is not the case. It's horrible. It was the stupidest choice they could have possibly made. It takes you out of the game. Like questing is nothing in this game.
Really?
Questing is pointless in this game. This game was made for multiplayer. This game was made to play with friends. When you do play with friends, it's very fun because I mean you're playing Fallout with your friends.
Right.
That's cool.
Well, which is what we wanted all along.
It's what we've always wanted.
Except we wanted co-op.
But what? Right, exactly.
Right.
So what they did with this game is they made more of a Destiny World MMO instead of just saying, "Here's the sequel to Fallout 4. Play it with a friend now." They didn't just. They made kind of an MMO, and it really takes you out. It doesn't take you out of the world, but it kind of does at the same time. When all your quests is you talk to robots and they say this person was here and they want you to do this. Now you're in the league of whatever.
Yeah. See, when I was
go do stuff.
I was watching somebody else play it the other day, and it doesn't even look. I mean, it looks like Fallout, and that's where it ends.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's at its core, it's still a Fallout game. The combat is much more fast-paced now. It's way more first-person shooter now.
I gotta ask this question because I haven't played the beta, I haven't played the game, and all I saw was trailers and a few playthroughs. How? Maybe I might be the only one that's interested in this, but how is VATS? What is it like now?
It's.
Oh God!
I really hate to disappoint you, but it's the worst. They botched it.
That's what I heard. But
I don't like.
How is it like?
The fact that it's in the game it shouldn't even be in the game if they did the way they're doing it. So basically, with it being multiplayer, obviously online, you can't like just freeze somebody.
Exactly.
Like, I guess I'm frozen now. That's not how it works.
Right.
So how it works is you still have your action points, but what they do now is you'll turn your VATS on and the game works in real time. The game's still going, but you're like locked on. So you're like somebody's running around like this, or like you're trying to shoot a bloat fly or something.
Yeah.
And your gun is literally like this on the screen, trying to follow that target around because you're locked onto that target.
It's
and then
auto aim.
Your distance from whatever you're shooting at
Real
is your
time.
percentage of your hit percentage and whatnot, your accuracy. But your gun is just like this while a character is highlighted.
Okay, that's how I felt like they were going to handle that.
It's very jarring.
I'm going to assume, like, do they still have the percentages on screen?
They do.
And they change dynamically versus where they're at and what's in front of them and stuff?
Right.
Okay.
It's VATS and it works in real time.
See, that's what I thought they would do, but I'm sad to hear that it just didn't work out.
It's really weird. It's so jarring. It's honestly like if you do it constantly, you will get headaches.
Really?
Because your gun is just like, it's like your gun is moving faster than you are if you're shooting something that's moving around a little fast. Like God forbid you VATS a Deathclaw in this game.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can understand how that would be jarring.
Now, I don't want to speak on all the negatives. There are really awesome aspects to this game. When you do play with friends, obviously you can build your camps and everything. And that's really cool. And you're like hanging out with friends. You can build all your instruments and people. Like I came across the camp and these dudes were just like jamming out on a rooftop. They had a guitar, bass, drums, and like people would go up to their camp and just be like, and like start dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's good. The whole like playing with other people, that is cool.
Yeah.
Another thing that's cool is like in Destiny, events will pop up, and you can go to that event, and you go up to the event, and there's some Godzilla bat monster that you have to fight with like 10 other people to take it down. Like there's boss fights in the game that you can run into. Bosses can invade your camp. You get invaded by ghouls or whatever. You have to protect your camp. Have not run into. I don't think the nukes are like live yet or something like that. I haven't run into that.
Really?
Have not
Well,
seen
my
it.
I've
friend
heard it's
did.
a lot harder to do it.
My friend ran into a nuke.
Oh, did he?
Somebody near their camp, they launched in the middle of like one of the main towns, and they went in there, and the person I know and her friend were maybe level 11,
Okay.
and there were level like 50 enemies in there because apparently when you launch a nuke, it skyrockets the difficulty in the area,
Yeah. Yeah. I heard
but
about
it
that.
gives you better loot. But so
Okay.
they were basically wandering around, following these strong players around, just looting whatever the other guys didn't take from the corpses because they couldn't actually kill anything.
Right.
But
so that
so
sounds
when
a lot like Destiny 2, how that stuff happens.
so when the nuke goes off, you can open your main map, and it's just a large area, like yellowish circle that shows up on the map, and it says if you go into this area, that's when you enter the nuke radius.
Gotcha. Okay. Of where it already has hit, right?
Yes.
Did he explain how you launch them? Not in the steps that it takes. I know that's a lot really complicated.
They
You'll to
have
work
not
together.
done it
But, like-
themselves, but it sounds like you need to find nuclear launch codes
Right.
somewhere in the world.
I'm curious how. Okay. I'm imagining a map just like any normal Fallout map, right? How do you choose where it goes? Are there preset areas that you can choose from?
There has to be.
Or do you just select an area and that's where it hits?
Yeah, that I don't know of, honestly.
A lot of
Um,
questions I have no answers to.
I'm
But
guessing
curious.
you can select like a town area,
Yeah.
A settlement, per
a
se?
settlement or something, because my best guess is they don't want you to launch a nuke at somebody's base, like
Right.
home base. So they probably limit it to areas where people can't or won't build their own bases.
Yeah.
The lack of NPCs killed it for me. That's what Falling Vector said. I don't blame you. I really
It's
don't.
the lack of NPCs, just it takes you out of the game. Like if you're playing alone, I honestly can't recommend this game to people who just want to play alone. I can't. It's boring.
Well, that's how Destiny 1 was.
Yeah.
It just was pure boring without friends.
Yeah.
It was not a single player game.
And it's upsetting that that's just how the game is. But
Right.
my take on the game is this is Bethesda's experiment.
Yep.
And I think if they do this again, they're going to refine it so well.
Well,
Because they're getting a lot of feedback on the game right now.
right. What I heard about Fallout 76's way of handling settlements, actually, I didn't hear. I watched a video on this one, actually, is if you're going to create something, like you're going to craft something in that world, it doesn't stay. If you log off, log back in, that creation you made is gone. Which actually, in my opinion, that actually addresses the whole thing I was concerned about. You spend so much time in game logging in on all these different times, building this huge structure, looks great, great defenses, blah blah blah, and then someone nukes it and boom, you lose all your work
Yeah.
just because somebody wanted to troll and throw a nuke at you. But apparently, the way they handled that is, you go in and you only build temporary structures. They're not meant to stay there forever. They're not to be this big grandiose type deal. You just build what you build, and the next time you log in, they're gone. So I guess in that regard, I'm much more okay with it because you're not attached to that creation as
Right.
much because you know it's going to be gone the next time you log in anyway.
Yeah.
The only downside to that is if you have some kind of like chest or something in your base that you've stored some nice stuff that you want to keep in, because you can't keep it on your person,
Right.
and you log off and it disappears,
Mm.
I'd be kind of upset about that.
I don't know how that's handled, but if that's the way it is, yeah, I completely agree.
Now, I don't remember my friend has only built a settlement, like a base with their friend once,
Mhm.
and I haven't talked to them since then, so I don't know what happened when they logged out and logged back in. So
Mhm.
I don't actually have any knowledge about that right now.
Another thing that does upset me is they kind of went with like MMO mechanics with the game too, as far as items. Items are level specific. I found a gun and I was like, sweet, a shotgun. You have to be level 15 to use this gun. What?
See, that ticks me off. I would rather have a gun that was weakened because of my level versus one that I just can't freaking use.
Yeah, like there are items that people like can't wear this, can't use this weapon, can't use this gun like yet. I'm like,
To some people, that wouldn't be much of a problem. To me, that would annoy me.
That would
it annoys
annoy
me because it's like I've stumbled upon this room exploring. I found this. Let me use it.
Right, right. At least if it's going to be that way, make it level specific, power level. Don't restrict me from being able to use it. Like, think about like, while I'm going out of the way, really far with this one, but the Pokemon Go. If you're out with two people, and you're both side by side, one's a level 30 and the next person's a level 14, and there's a Pokemon that spawns, you both see that same Pokemon, no matter how rare it is.
Yeah.
It could be a legendary Pokemon that spawns.
Which is why I
But
love that.
the power level's always rated versus what level that person is.
Yeah.
Level 14 might get a 500 CP, while the person that's a level 30 might get a 2,000, 3,000 CP
Yeah.
for legendary character. Who knows? How hard is that? That's not hard. That's easy coding.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. That would affect certain things in the balance of the gameplay, because if really high-level people keep getting really high-level stuff, you'll never stand a chance. But how is not letting me using it at all going to give me a better chance of being able to go against people that have all this better stuff because they're high level?
Yeah, I hadn't heard about that, but that would annoy the heck out of me.
It's obnoxious. So, crafting in this game is way more useful.
Really?
Like, I started crafting stuff right away because you can actually come up on pre-built like labs. There's also like you'll just go into a building and there'll be a crafting table there for weapons or armor. But like I was like just going down a road and there were like 3 or 4 people just going at it on these workbenches. I'm like, they're just building their stuff. It wasn't like a camp or settlement that somebody built. They just have them out in the world where if you need it, here's a crafting table. So
Right. I have one more thing. We're going to move on to Destiny 2 here in a minute, because I want to end probably in about 15 minutes.
yeah.
So we're not going too long. But the one last thing I want to say about Fallout 76 is the PvP. I have such mixed feelings about that, because the PvP. Okay, I walk up to someone, I shoot you in the head.
Yeah.
It barely affects you. I would literally have to follow you around probably for the next 3 minutes. Boom, 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 trying to kill you. And if you retaliate at all, it puts you into duel mode.
Yeah.
And that one shot you hit me back with is most likely going to kill me or take me down so far that I have no chance of killing you. I like that for trolls. I do. Because if you're shooting me, I'm like, leave me the frick alone, and I shoot you, I'm most likely going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be it in the first place. So that reneges trolling.
Yeah.
Downside, if I actually do want to fight you, whoever's the first one to shoot has a disadvantage to the person that retaliates that actually wants to fight you.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. Because that first shot's going to take, say, 30 health off you, or my first shot's only going to take 3, 4, 5 HP, whatever. Random numbers, but I'm getting an example. So, I have such mixed feelings about that.
Well, it's cool because people understand that, and then people are trying to mix it up. So people are just using melee weapons to duel. They're having sword fights, and it makes it a lot more interesting.
Really?
Sword fights makes it a lot more interesting.
So the community knows a way around the stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good. You know, you still can enjoy it. All right. Last but not least, we'll finish up here, because we're going on about 2 hours here. Destiny 2. What can I say that hasn't been said yet? Pretty much nothing. I've been getting into that a lot more lately. I was playing it when it first came out with Liz and her clan. I don't really know anybody in the clan. But there's about 51 people in that clan. It's a pretty big clan.
Oh wow. Okay.
Cool clan. They helped me out finishing the campaign, all that stuff. That was the most joy I had in the game when I first got it, is working with them, helped me get through the campaign. Man, the multiplayer was fun. Unless no one else was on. I was bored to tears. I hated it. It's like, I go around doing these quests, but man, this really is a multiplayer game.
It's bleak.
You
by
have to
yourself.
have clan or a fire team or something.
Yeah.
Then we moved on. Then I just stopped playing it. I bought $100 PlayStation headset because I was so hell-bent I'm going to keep playing this game. I'm going to really love it. I got bored and I stopped playing it.
Yep, that happens.
So, Glenn actually said you two were starting to play a lot more. Was it you? I thought it was you.
Maybe.
No, his friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What's
his
his
friend.
name?
I was going to
Chris.
say, I haven't.
Chris.
I didn't even get Forsaken.
Sorry, yeah. His friend Chris and himself was playing it. I went to go buy it, the DLC, because now that people have all this DLC now, I have to get that, be able to play with them to do a lot of things. It's not completely restrictive, but if it's restrictive enough that if you don't have it, it'd be a little annoying.
Right.
So I download. I go to purchase this, and I wish I had a check box here, so I don't. So right here, Destiny 1 on the screen. Destiny 1. Excuse me, Destiny 2 baseline game. Under that, Expansion 1. Under that, Expansion 2. And then you have Taken King DLC. All of these are DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what do I need? Well, you just need the expansions. You don't need Forsaken. I don't have the money for Forsaken. Anyway. Okay. So I go to find those. They're nowhere to be found. I can't buy them. Why can't I buy them? Where are these things at? Go through the PlayStation Store. Can't figure out where this stuff is. Finally found it. Go to buy it. Thank God something didn't feel right with me. It wasn't information. It just didn't seem right. It was a little expensive.
Yep.
I went back and looked at it. I almost bought the base game with the 2 expansions.
Yep.
I almost bought another copy of the freaking game with the 2 expansions. I'm like, okay, so where can I buy just the expansions? Turns out you can't.
Yeah, you can't now.
Now you have to buy Forsaken,
And those are
and
included.
it comes with those 2.
Yep.
I lucked out because only that week they were having a bundle sale that had those involved.
Okay.
But once that sale ended, I would have to buy the base game with it all, which is like $80. You can buy the expansion, but it won't. The DLC, Forsaken DLC, but it won't come with the expansions. Then this is so convoluted, confusing, stupid. What the heck? This should be easy.
Oh, yeah.
And 3 times in a row, because I wanted to finally get Forsaken, because it was on sale. I'm like, might as well just get this, because I get everything I need. I may be 1 level higher than him, but whatever. At least I can get up to his point. Cool. All right. I go to do that. I almost bought the base game again! Because it was on sale versus the $80 one with everything. Then the other one was $40 with everything, but it was the base game, so I couldn't find one with just the DLCs. That is the most convoluted system in the world.
It's terrible.
Then you have to add in, they have the season pass, which you can't buy anymore.
Yeah.
Their annual pass, which you can. There was one other pass, the digital edition, the digital deluxe edition, the ultimate edition. How many of those did I just say?
Too many.
Way too many for someone like... I'm a gamer, and it took me forever to figure out what I was supposed to be downloading. What I was downloading, what I was paying for.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
You shouldn't have to question what you're using your hard-earned money on. What am I purchasing?
It's not that difficult. You show me the base game on this list. Base game, how much it is. Base game with expansions. That has a total. A la carte, I could buy these one by one. Then you have DLC. You can buy them just that, or you have a bundle that's all 3. You just put them on a list, and then you just scroll and choose which one you want.
It's very easy.
But if you go to the store, you don't know what's what.
No.
And then you have 2 sides of it. a la carte, just expansions, and one that are full game bundles. That's not difficult to do, but they made it so hard. All right, moving on from that, because I could ramble hours about that,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. Plus thing, I love Destiny 2's way of leveling up. They made it so much easier than 1.
They did, didn't they?
And even in Destiny 2, when I first started playing it to today, I can level up so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't feel like grindy. It doesn't feel like they're just basically just throwing levels at me. I do feel like I have to earn them.
Yeah.
But when I started, I was a level... Shoot, what's the level that you get to? Not the power level. But
30?
Yes, 30. You have to get a level 30 to get past the campaign.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to level 30 pretty quick. But that's when I dropped interest. Then I came back in. I'm playing level 30 again. But Glenn is level 35.
Okay.
I got to level 35 in one night. I matched his power level and his game level
Yeah.
in one night. Because I just sat there and did the campaign. I didn't grind. I didn't have to grind. I played the campaign, and it was enough for me to... The new DLC that I just downloaded, it was enough for me to get to his point and be useful to him, and we can all play together, versus him stringing me along in the game.
Yeah.
They finally have optimized this game to be fun, accessible, and fun to play, in my opinion, in general. But it's too hard to figure out what the heck you have to do to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm happy, and I hope Destiny 3 happens.
I do too, and I feel like if they do it, I feel like they're finally going to get this one right. Because, I mean, they did expand on the first one, but there's still a lot of stuff that they could have done better. But I hope
They
the
did
next one-
break Destiny 2 enough that they had to give it out for free
Yeah.
repeatedly.
They did.
I want
You
something.
cannot exactly say they did it right in that way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
If you are required to give out a game free to make up for your losses, you did something wrong.
Right. Because they made it so darn expensive to make it accessible. If I bought everything right now, the deluxe edition, it's over $100. Stupid. That's stupid. And that's
crazy.
only the annual pass. After 1 year, I have to probably play again if they add more content. I'm not interested in that. I'm not buying the annual.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the next one is going to be good.
Yeah.
Not, especially not after paying that much.
Yeah. Right. So.
Let's see. You know what goes good with Destiny? Corn dogs and Dr. Pepper. What?
I didn't understand that comment.
Corn dogs and Dr. Pepper. Oh, you know what? Falling Vector loves food. I forgot. That does sound exactly like you, man. This is why I love you, man. No homo.
Tacos
Yes.
sounds
Good food.
good.
Tacos.
Oh, yeah. Tacos goes with
I'm
anything.
hungry.
Let me finish this Destiny 2 rant of mine. Promise I won't sit here forever and talk about it. Make you hate me.
Yeah, it's fine.
No one's told me to shut up yet. It's very surprising.
Shut up, Jeff.
There we go. All right, guys, have a good night. I'm trying to remember exactly how I wanted to say this because I don't want it to sound too negative. Because I'm always negative. I always point out negative in the games.
I know. It's
I try not to do that. though.
it's hard when you have complaints.
Especially with a game like that.
If Destiny 3 is going to be a game that they want to have accessible, they need to stop pulling an EA.
Yeah.
They are doing exactly that.
Exactly what EA is doing.
And they're going to end up like how EA was during Battlefront 2 when it came out.
Oh my gosh, what a
We'll-
nightmare.
We'll have a repeat of that.
What a nightmare.
And the only reason I say that because they're freaking expensive to play, but there's one thing. They took away content.
Yeah.
They took away areas you can go to after you purchase DLC. And that is one of the biggest no-nos. You can never justify that
You can't.
to players.
Yeah, well, no.
Well, there's new content in that area. So?
Okay, cool. Give me it. Update the game and let me go through this door that I'm standing in front of right now.
I bought this expansion to go to this area, to play this area, and do stuff in this area. And then you release a new DLC that I have to buy another DLC to get to the same area I already paid for?
Yeah.
And now suddenly I'm locked out of it? No. You stole from me.
Yeah.
You took away some of the content I paid for. Period. No excuses. You can't tell me otherwise. Now, if I can go there and still do the quests, I can do, but I can't access some of the stuff that added, okay. That's different. But you took away content twice. With the first expansion and the new DLC, they did it twice.
Yeah.
I understand what they were thinking they were doing. I get it. Well, there's more content in this area. Give us more money. But the way they handled it was wrong. And if they want Destiny 3 to not have to be given away months later on PC because they did so terrible.
They did it on PS4 too.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were referring to the... Yeah, it was like one of October or September's... I think it was September's, one of their free PlayStation Plus games of the month, Destiny 2.
Excuse me. Okay. I don't know if that would count. Because I think PlayStation pays for those.
I think so.
PlayStation pays the developer to give those ones away for free.
But people have to want them.
Yeah, of course. People have to want them. But Bungie themselves gave away Destiny 2 on PC recently, which tells you there was something wrong. That's... Okay, games with gold... Sorry, that's the Xbox version. PlayStation Plus... Alright. The fact that you just gave away a AAA title... little weird. That could have some warning signs, but maybe PlayStation was just like, man, we want to give them something great to keep the player base of our multiplayer system popular. But the developer giving it away, you got a problem. You got a real problem.
Well, before PlayStation can even offer that, I'm pretty sure the developers have to give the option of that being one.
Yes, of course.
So,
of course. They have to agree to it.
Yeah.
So I was just saying it was still kind of a gray area at that point, at least in my eyes.
Yes, but it still brought the idea of it happening
Right.
up.
Right.
And it just confirmed it when they literally said here and gave it to anybody with a Battle.net account on PC.
Yep. So, I mean, I actually got it for free already. I went to get another one. I'm like, oh, they sync it to your phone. Like, you have to put in your phone number. And if you don't put in your phone number, you can't get the game for free.
Jeez.
I tried making another email account to see if I can get another copy. Added to my another Battle.net.
I didn't know you had to do your phone number.
You have to sync. You have to do they call it SMS link if you want it. So that kind of like is their way of keeping you from being able to get another copy if
Yeah.
you already own one. And I tried my Google Voice phone number to see if I can circumvent that with Google's free phone number service. Somehow they knew because it wouldn't let me use it.
Wow.
They had some type of authorization that they could tell. I'm assuming they probably check with carriers because you put in a phone number, how they know what carrier you use. I think that's probably what they do. But I was a little impressed by that. Man, I was so close. I thought I was outsmarting the system. But anyways, does anybody have anything else they want to add before we
Just
sign off?
one final thing. I'm literally going to say like one thing. It's
That's okay.
going to be it. Blizzard, yes, I have a phone. That doesn't mean I want to play the new Diablo game on it. That's all.
I was wondering if anybody was going to bring that up.
That's it.
Did you guys hear the boos when they announced
I can't
that?
believe they said that. Don't you guys have phones? Like, yeah, I don't want to play Diablo on it, though.
Todd, I know I have a cell phone. It doesn't mean I want to play Skyrim on it.
Yes, thank you.
Although,
Yeah, it was the new Diablo game on the phone. It was like outsourced to some Korean company, and they have like an MMO that's like Light of Crystal something. I don't know. So
went down the wrong pipe.
So that's
Has
all
any-
I'm gonna say.
I got a quick question. Has anybody played Blades?
Is
it out yet?
It's not out yet. I like pre-registered for it because I do want to play it and see what it's like, but it's not out yet.
What is it?
It's a Elder Scrolls mobile game.
Oh, I hadn't even heard of it.
I'm really curious about how that one's going to go through now. Because the control scheme with the fighting. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother podcast. We're at right at 2 hours. Look at that. Boom. All right, so thanks everybody for watching. I know it was a little bit of an impromptu, less media involved, less trailers. You know, usually we have a lot more going on during these podcasts, but time has been a big restraint for all of us. That's why we haven't been doing a lot of podcasts lately in the first place. Yeah. So, thank you, Matt, for driving all the way here to being a part of this podcast. We haven't seen you in a while, so it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Orailith, for driving all the way here to be part of this podcast.
It was fun.
Yeah. We'll do more in the future. See how it goes. Hopefully it's a lot more structured, this next one. But, hey, we can ramble on about anything.
It's cool. It's cool.
We really could. And y'all still probably won't watch, so it's fine.
We got
Just
the peeps
kidding.
watching.
Oh, yeah, we good. Falling Vector, my bro. Man, I miss him. Thanks again, Anna and Turkey and Fish for being along. Right before this podcast, we sat for about 3 hours watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, binging the living heck out of it, eating pizza.
I missed the pizza.
It was a great day. I was going to invite you for it, but to be honest, I kind of, I'm in between forgetting and didn't really know that we were actually doing this today. She messaged me just like, hey, so what's your address? I'm like, oh, we're doing that stuff? Oh! We talked about it on Tuesday, but I don't know why, but my... Right, I guess I was expecting you to be like, hey, so we're a go, right? Or something like that. Hey, coming over. Sweet. I didn't know what I was doing today anyway, and I didn't feel like editing today. So, boom, Avatar: Last Airbender. I'm going to watch more after we're done. Anyways, thanks, guys. Have a good night. Peace out. We love you. I am done talking. Contrary to what most people believe, I don't like the sound of my own voice.
You're done talking on stream. As soon as you stop, you'll start talking again.
I hope not. My throat hurts so bad. Okay. Oh, yeah. Outro. Tomorrow we have... What's tomorrow? Sunday?
Tomorrow's Sunday.
Tomorrow Sunday we have MattyC streaming at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably playing...
I'm going to play Fallout.
Oh, I thought you were going to still leave that a mystery.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
You know
He's playing
now.
Fallout.
I'm going to play Fallout tomorrow.
Fallout 76?
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow. 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fallout 76. MattyC. Monday, I don't know. Glenn may or may not stream. It depends on how life is treating him right now. Tuesday, I will be continuing my stream through of Wind Waker HD on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Episode
6, I think.
6? Yeah, because this one was 5, because normally we're done by 5.
Even though when it started, you said it was 4.
But you're playing Wind Waker. So.
No, I said 3, and it was 4, so this one's 5. I remember, because I said it was 3, and you
No.
corrected me. So this was
I knew you
5.
said it was the wrong one, and that's really all I was paying attention to.
Episode 5, Tuesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Twitch. Wednesday, we will have Cole continuing his stream through of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This would be episode 7, I believe, for his stream through. Thursday, we'll have Internier, the Phantom 115, continuing his stream of most likely... Overwatch. We all know he just plays Overwatch, which is just fine with us.
That's fine, yeah.
And then Friday, we don't know yet. We're looking at... I think Rich is finally done with his responsibilities, so we may have Rich and Mason, his son,
Oh, cool. Okay.
over here playing... I think they said they're going to play Dead by Daylight this time.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be cool to watch.
I
them
know
play
somebody
that.
else who plays that a lot.
But that'll be a dual stream. There will be 2 people with 2 computers. And a lot of work for me. And then next Saturday, there may be a surprise. All still in the works. I'm not going to say it's a podcast, but something not normal for what we normally do. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to leave it there, not go any further, because I could be wrong in all of it. But next Saturday, keep an eye out for something special. Thanks so much for watching. You guys have a blessed night. Take it easy. We love you. Continue to watch For the Chivo. Share it with your friends. Share it with your dog. I don't care if you put Twitch open, your dog watches. I don't care.
It's cool.
Great.
Yeah, that's what Puffy used to
My
do.
cat watches.
Puffy used to do. Yeah. I remember when shoot, what was his name? One of them got banned for streaming their dog.
That was Puffy.
That wasn't Puffy. That was another one. That was Frankerface. Frankerface.
I thought it was Puffy.
Puffy might have did something similar, but he didn't get banned from Twitch for it. Anyways, okay, have a good night, guys. Peace. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Night.
Later. Okay, everyone shut up so I mute mics. Gotta mute mics. Gotta mute mics.